what's up? It's Dynasty, and yes, we're discussing the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. We've not talked about the Legacy Collection in about a week. The last time we did it was because we got confirmation that the team responsible for emulating the PS1 builds of Trilogy, Mythology, Sub-Zero, and Special Forces had 100% completed the emulation for the Legacy Collection. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I have a card on the screen, but it was some good news. And now today, we've got some more good news to share with you all. Most of you are aware that about a week ago, cue the meme, that's when the digital pre-orders went live for Steam, for you PC players, Xbox, and PlayStation. However, for both the Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2, that pre-order was delayed until, well, this morning. As of this morning, you guys can now officially pre-order the digital builds of the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, Nintendo Switch 1, Nintendo Switch 2. And that's not all the good news I got for you all today, because if you remember as well, when the pre-orders went live for the digital versions of the game, across the board, unanimously, everybody had a 10% discount. However, on Steam, for some reason, the discount was only until the end of this month, whereas on Xbox and PlayStation, it was until the end of October. Turns out that was a mistake, a glitch in the system, because as of today, that's now been changed, where across every platform, Switch included, if you pre-order before it actually goes live, everyone now has a 10% discount, and that'll be until pretty much the end of October, up until this game is dropping. So, like I said, a bunch of news to discuss today. If you're excited for the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection dropping in damn near a month, that's it. 4 or 5 more weeks and this game's in our hands. Do me a solid, it takes you a second. Drop a like on the video. I also want to thank everybody who's been watching the content on the channel the last couple of days. Been trying to spice things up when there's not really much Mortal Kombat news to talk about. Given this week was Tokyo Game Show, we had a PlayStation showcase. I was reacting to things that I genuinely enjoy, and a lot of you guys seem to really like that content. So if you checked out all the other stuff throughout the week since we last discussed Mortal Kombat, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for supporting your boy. It means a lot more than you know. But with that out the way, let's kick things off with the official announcement from earlier today via digital clips on their socials, on X, that came out and said, prepare yourself. Pre-orders for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 are live now. And when you go over to the official eShop store page for the Legacy Collection, you can see here 10% off, $44.99. Again, this is for both, I believe, the Switch 2 and the Switch 1, which is interesting because the Switch 2 physical is like $10 more than the Switch 1 physical, but I'm pretty sure they're both the same price digitally. So, yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. But the whole description, unfortunately, doesn't really give us any more new information about things that haven't been showcased or anything. It's the exact same as the other stuff we've seen for months at this point. We'll say this, though, when it comes to the About This Item section, we can confirm the Nintendo Switch 2 download size should be approximately like 10.6 gigabytes. When you actually go to the Nintendo Switch 1 version, though, it says both the Nintendo Switch 1 and Switch 2 are 9.9 gigs. So, again, what's going on with the advertising? So just keep that in mind. More or less about 10 gigs for both builds, which thankfully is really not a lot. So there you go. The Nintendo Switch pre-orders, digital pre-orders, finally up and active. You could still buy the game physically. You can still pre-order it physically on like Amazon, GameStop, the official Atari website. So if digital's not your thing, I don't blame you. You can also get things physically. But again, the fact that this is the same price for both consoles, yet the Switch 2 version physical was an extra $10, like, make it make sense, dude. That extra $10, how come it's not another $10 digitally? I probably should have said that, because maybe somebody made an oopsie, and now tomorrow they're gonna bump up the price to like 55 or something. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But hopefully you guys on the Switch are excited to get this game in your hands in about 4-5 weeks. Now, shortly after that, they actually reposted this from Stephen Frost, the head at Digital Eclipse, said, just a heads up, While Steam currently states the 10% pre-order discount for the Legacy Collection ends on the 30th of this month, that is incorrect. We'll be fixing that shortly to match the other platforms. And what do you know? If you currently go over to Steam, you can see here, booyah! 10% offer ends October 30th. So, woo! PC players, don't feel pressured. You have, again, another month to determine if you want to pre-order the game and still get that nice 10% discount. Now, this is where things get pretty interesting because under their initial tweet from this morning where they confirmed that the digital pre-orders are up on the eShop for the Switch 1, Switch 2, shout out to Dark Rewind for asking the question that I think a lot of us want to ask. Can we confirm lobbies before we pre-order? And in response to that, we will be discussing more details about online closer to launch. We're about 4 weeks away from launch. I'm not sure how much closer we need to be to get these questions answered, but at this point in time, they've came out and said in several different interviews that the game is going to launch without crossplay, more than likely without rooms and lobbies. So I've been under the impression that rooms are a foregone conclusion, probably not going to be a thing for an additional, let's say, half a year. That's kind of what I've accepted for the last couple of weeks, based on the interviews, based on the way they're emulating things, based on everything that's gone down as of late. I'm not expecting it to be there at launch, but I mean, they didn't say no. Maybe it's going to be another WaveNet situation where they've somehow figured out how to implement online rooms for all these games. Maybe they figured it out just like WaveNet. I didn't even expect WaveNet to be played online after the Gamescom interviews where you had them coming out and saying, yeah, it's single player only. So maybe something's changed. Maybe the Elder Gods are blessing us and that's going to be one giant big reveal before the game's out. I don't think so, but yeah. How are they going to explain this to us? Is it going to be discussed via a YouTube video, a tweet? How are we getting more details? Now, obviously, safe to say, we'll probably get an official launch trailer, but I've been mentioning it because I want to know, like, when are they going to showcase the Crypt mode, if it's even still going to be called the Crypt mode, because they mentioned just a few weeks ago, they don't know if that's the final name, and I was like, yo, you gotta keep it the Crypt, that's kind of Mortal Kombat's thing. The bonus features modes, apparently there's the Chronicles of the Realm interactive mode as well, so like, okay, if you still haven't showcased that, apparently there's more details to discuss about online before launch, closer to launch. I honestly felt like this should have been announced this week. If you were going to have this shit up and running, this week would have been perfect between the announcements from Tokyo Game Show, the PlayStation Showcase. Like, I'm genuinely shocked that we didn't get anything actually revealed this week. I was under the assumption that you guys would have me reacting to a trailer, but we'll see. I do hope that there is more than just a launch trailer, but again, I don't know. I don't work at Digital Eclipse, and you know how they are. Very tight-lipped at times, so we'll see how they continue to market the game and share the information, but yeah, discussing more details about online closer to launch. If you just came out and said rooms and lobbies are in, if they really are potentially actually gonna be in, you're gonna make a bunch more money. If it's not gonna be there, just say it's not, because most of us have already accepted it's not gonna be there. I don't know, just how I've been feeling. To wrap up everything though, here's 2 responses we also got from them earlier today. When will we see the trophy list for the PlayStation version? It should be up at launch. Actually, believe probably like a week before it launches, the achievements will probably get leaked every time the game gets turned gold. That's just how it's been working for like a decade. The achievements get shared long before the actual launch, so be on the lookout for that. Obviously, when that breaks, I'll keep you guys in the loop. Secondly, when will the physical version be available? As of now, the date is still December 12th. Thankfully, no delays, nothing's changed, and again, you can still pre-order for pretty much every console other than the Xbox Series version of the game. But guys, that's all I got for y'all today. I know we started out kind of positive, then it was kind of like, well, just tell us if we're getting rooms, you know, kind of negative. But ultimately, man, I'm just happy that all these games are being re-released in one package. You guys know, I've already physically bought every version, Switch 1, Switch 2, Xbox, PlayStation. I'm buying it digitally as well because it's coming out a day before my fucking birthday. So it's a birthday present from the Elder Gods to me and to you. We're celebrating Halloween, playing some Mortal Kombat probably on stream, so it's going to be a good time regardless. I just kind of wish we had those details because we don't even know what online options we really have. Do we have private match? Is it just quick match? Like, again, I'm hoping we get a launch trailer, maybe a bonus content trailer, and maybe, if there's enough juice there, some online stuff showcase. And again, most of these trailers have only been about 60 seconds. I think they could probably piece together a couple of 60-second trailers dedicated to bonus content, online multiplayer, then the official launch to kind of bring it all in one. You feel me? So we'll see, guys. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. Again, what do you all think of this? If you're on the Switch 1, Switch 2, do you already have your pre-order placed? If you enjoyed the video, take a second, please drop a like on it. Subscribe to some more Legacy Collection videos like this on the channel. Until next time, been your host, Ben Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. I love you. Currently also not on camera because I think I've been staring at screens too much. One of my eyes is, it's not doing good. If you watch the videos from yesterday, you can kind of see one of my eyes is extremely red, but I powered through all those reactions today. I'm struggling to keep my eye open. So hopefully I'll be back on camera soon. We'll see. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. See you all in the next video. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Yeah. 87 on it, crack, but I'm not.